I'm Michael G, and in the studio this afternoon, we've got Sonny Croughn with us, and he's going to be talking about a vehicle that he built. It's a trike, not like a toddler's trike where you get on it and you pedal this thing. This thing you need to strap yourself in and do, I don't know, 250, 300 miles per hour, and it's going to be at Motorama. And we're going to find out about Motorama. We're going to talk about Sonny. Sonny, how are you this afternoon?
I'm fine, Mike. Doing good.
So we're going to get into it a little bit. You have this trike. There's no pedals on this.
No, I built a trike back in the 60s. This is the sixth one I've done, and I took more or less a half dragster and motorcycle type front end. And this real cool guy that I met, Antron Brown, he made his mark in the NHRA racing pro stock motorcycles. And I had met Big Daddy Don Garlitz, the people out there who would know NHRA. He said, this got Antron's profile all over it. I debuted it in Las Vegas, Nevada, I think in '09. And Antron heard about it, made an appointment for me to go out in Reading, Pennsylvania, and he just went ballistic over it. It really humbled me after 50 years of building things that he loved it that much, and a lot of people really like it. It's really kind of cool.
Now, we're going to talk about where you're going to be able to see this vehicle. Motorama. If you know anything about motorsports, you may know what Motorama is. This year, it's going to be the 19th and 20th of this month. It's at the Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg. And it's been going since 1978. Evidently, a gentleman by the name of Armin Hostetter and his three sons, they were finishing up their fifth racing season at Trailway Speedway. He was a farmer all of his life, a motorcycle racer in his youth, and he had an idea. Well, the Pennsylvania Farm Show had a dirt floor in the large arena, and nothing was going on in the winter. So in '78, they put together this Motorama event, the first one, February 15th and 16th of 1978. They called it the Harrisburg Indoor Motorcycle Championship. And now the complex has in the neighborhood of 30 acres. It's under one roof. It's Motorama races and shows. There are over 2,000 racers, along with 700 race and show vehicles on display. There's tuner wars, 300 show cars. There's going to be in the neighborhood of 30,000 spectators at this event. It's a two-day event, Saturday and Sunday, the 19th and 20th. And Sonny Croughn, who's the owner and operator of Crough's Auto Styling, legendary. You know all the big names. I mean, you've done things with Wolfman Jack. Hey, Sonny, build me a machine. What's going on? How are you?
He was a good friend of mine and a really interesting guy to know.
Yep. And from what I understand, at the age of 19, you won your first trophy for Best in Paint Award at the New York Coliseum.
Yeah, New York Coliseum. I put the 53 Ford pickup truck that I did. It won its class in Best Paint. And then the rest is history. Everybody wanted me to do their cars or bikes or whatever. But I was just working on my mother and father's 2.5 car garage. And now I had I wouldn't change anything in my life at all.
All right, excellent. Now you built this. Now, the neat thing about this trike is, obviously, you put your heart and soul into it.
Mm-hmm.
The trike you are dedicating to whom?
Well, it started off as the Dare project, and it was tagged as the Dare to be Bad trike. Lodge 12 in Newark, the FOP headquarters for the lodge. Now I just had I just wanted to do something this year at the sad anniversary of 10 years, tragic event that happened in our history.
Right.
And I'm just putting all over the trike and posters to give away, and if people want autographs, just never forget our fallen brothers and sisters. And it's not only the police officers and the first responders, but our fellow Americans. And even the tragic event that happened out in Arizona. As this month I'll be 68 years old, and I'm just kind of sad about some of the things that are going on in our country. And just yesterday to see some big burly football players with tears in their eyes crying when the national anthem or the other celebrations of our country is beautiful. Our country is. I often have my friends will be talking like, how would we be if we were born in another country?
Right.
It's a beautiful country.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think too many people take that for granted.
Yes,
and so we're not doing that now. You built this vehicle, and it's, from what I understand, it's got like 1,000 horsepower under the hood. With no
Yeah,
hood?
yeah. It took me 3 years. I started on it after my mom passed away, and I wasn't going to go drinking or do anything else. I just buried myself in doing something to myself. I said, challenging myself to do something really meticulously insane. And my peers look at it, and I love the comments I get on it. It's bringing me a lot of pleasure.
Okay. Now you're going to have this vehicle at the at the Motorama event at the Farm Show Complex. You're going down a day ahead of time, but
Yep.
you're going to set up. This thing is huge.
Oh yeah,
I mean, yeah.
17 and a half feet long. Yep.
Holy cow! You've got 1,000 horsepower under there. You've got 16-inch slicks
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Yeah, when the first time I drove it, I had a set of Brembo brakes that were custom made for it, and I'm squeezing the brakes, and it wasn't. I told the guys, I said it wasn't stopping. They said, well, the wheel was about a foot in the air, so I was going. Yeah, when it hooks up, it's a ride. Yeah, it's a ride. It's got some G-force to it.
So you've driven this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How fast have you had it going?
We tried it out at one time, and it is around 210 in a quarter mile, and it's a little squirrely, but it's fun.
Is there a lot of control in a trike going 210 miles an hour?
No, well, it's maybe borderline.
So, is it safe to say you may need, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, maybe a screw loose to drive that thing?
I've been called Sonny or sick, Yeah. But when you build it, I've been building cars for 50 years. It's and I just you get into it, and you get maybe a little insane. I've been in different venues with Tommy James and Shondells when they were recording an album, and seeing these guys getting so maniacal, aggravated. And when you see artists at work, and there's a lot of artists out there, whether it be music or if you love what you're doing, you might get a little crazy by making it perfect. And that's what we should all strive for, is making our lives perfect. And it might be a perfect world.
I would like to see that happen. I would absolutely
Michael,
like to see
I think it could happen. We just have to understand now, with all the chaos, we have to embrace one another a lot more.
Absolutely. Now, if our listeners want to see the trike, they can go to CroughnsAutostyling.com, and it's spelled CROUGHNS autostyling.com, and there's the latest Dare to Be Bad creation is the trike, and so you're going to have it down there, and you said kids love this thing. I mean, what's not to love? It's a beautiful looking. It's a dragster trike, kind of a crazy. It's a bad ride.
Oh yeah, and I was stupid even at one point there. It's got brake lights and turn signals and high beam and low beam. Oh yeah,
it's not street legal, is it?
Well, I don't want to get the Pennsylvania State Police. They're really a nice bunch of guys. But if I take it down the road, there's no inspection and no license plate. But everything else it's pretty much legal.
So in other words, from your location on 191, from your location there here in Wayne County, you could probably make it to the station if you floored it in about 45 seconds or so.
Yeah, it'll be pretty quick, but I might run out of fuel. It's ridiculous on fuel. It really is. Oh yeah.
Well, you get a few feet to the gallon, or
oh yeah, it's got a fuel cell that only holds 6.5 gallons of fuel, and I run out sometimes if I'm warming it up and just ready to go down a quarter mile. That's how much, and it's
really?
Racing fuel. Oh yeah, it's $13 a gallon for racing fuel. Yeah, but
I thought it was bad when I was paying $3.19 a gallon.
Right.
Wow.
Maybe someday I'll build an electric powered one, 30,000 volts.
I was going to say, I don't know if you're going to get as much zip though. I don't know if it's going to.
I don't know with technology today. That's what yeah. Oh yeah, we have to. Yeah, I think as a country, if we just get back into being creative, and you have to listen to some of our people that are talking about this country getting ahead. We can do it. I know we can do it together.
Well, that's what we're looking for. So at the Farm Show Complex, it's Motorama. It's going to be on February 19th and 20th. It's from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. on Saturday. It's from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. on Sunday. And again, I mean, there's tons of stuff. If you're into remote control cars, there's remote control races on a dirt track. If you're into motorcycles, there's all kinds. There's street bikes, there's dirt bikes, there's quads. They're doing tricks. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff down there. And if you're into custom vehicles and whether it's trucks or cars or whatever, they've got this thing that started out, I guess, with only about 30 cars. There's over 300 now. It's called Tuner Wars.
I'm very excited about going. I started in '62 at the New York Coliseum and traveled all over the country. And this seems to me like a beautiful event. And I'm going to be giving away pictures of Trike and posters. And if anybody wants autographs, I'll be more than happy to do that. And pictures standing by it. It's all about, at my age now, just enjoying the people and the kids. The children are just insane when they stand there and they're like cool, you know. And I don't care if they're even two; they just stare, and it's I love it. I love it.
Now, do you have any? Do you have the sponsors that you
Yes, I
want to
do.
thank? Or,
Yes, I do. They'll see the people that actually these people. I wouldn't have never finished it if it wasn't for their help. Really, I mean, it's like Race Quip and Taylor Wire. I mean, Proform. Lou Laps, they are over there at Proform, Detroit Muscle. They really kicked in, and Green Filters. I could just go on. Very, very nice. Very, very nice bunch of caring people.
Okay, excellent. And now you do custom work. I mean, aside from this trike and the fact that it's kind of being dedicated or in the remembrance of 9/11 and things of that nature. But I mean, you will custom paint somebody's vehicle, or you do the Bolt Gold vehicle.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Bowl Gold truck. Oh yeah, man.
I love that.
I do too, man. When it first came in, it was an awful color, eggshell, greenish, I don't know, bluish, whatever, and it was. And you fellas, especially Vince Benedetto, a real nice fellow that I guess is the owner or what. When he seen it when it was done, it was like, wow. I just enjoy taking something. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a beauty parlor. Somebody comes in and just wants to look a little good. Well, we'll make you look really good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We're talking to Sonny Croughn from Crough's Auto Styling. And since 1962, you've been doing things, and you're still passionate about 62, right?
No, you've been doing it since
1962.
1962 professionally, but I hung around shops when I was 13 years old and I wanted to be in shops where, and my mentors were like Dickie Diaz, Fred Brunner, Danny Grenard. They took me under their wing and really taught me the old-fashioned way, no money. But just the privilege of sweeping the shop, cleaning the toilets. Now you'll get to sand a car. Wow, But they taught me, and I owe a lot to them. They really, and I still 8 days a week. My daughter's always, Dad, why don't you retire? What am I going to do? Watch paint dry?
You're right.
I'm in the shop. You stop by. Yep. I'm in there 8 days a week. I love it. I love meeting people, and I love what I'm doing. I absolutely love it.
Okay,
I really do.
So we can see the. Do you have a name for the trike? Just Dare to Be Bad?
Yeah, the Dare to Be Bad
trike.
Yep. And now I just wanted to do something. And it's a fine line, and I feel for the people even listening that lost loved ones, and it was a tragic time. And maybe with my mom. I lost her. She passed away in 2005 or 2004. And she cried so much when she seen people jumping out of those buildings.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. And we have to not remember it. Just for the simple fact that we lost a lot of our fellow brothers and sisters as Americans, and the police officers and the first responders, everybody. I mean, that had to be a panicky, crazy part in our history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sad, very sad.
So we're trying to remember. We're trying to remember those folks, dedicating the trike and things of that nature. And we'd like to thank you, Sonny, for coming in today. And again, if you're looking for something, whether you're looking for a bike or a boat or a dragster or something, if you've got a dragster hanging around your house, I don't know, call Sonny Croughn and
or an old bread truck or
an old bread truck that you want it all jacked up and looking cool and looking very funky. Sonny Croughn can absolutely do that. And you can go to Crough's Auto Styling. Am I saying the last name correct? It's Croughn, right?
Croughn, oh yeah.
All right, CroughsAutostyling.com. You can go there. You can find him on Route 191 here in Wayne County, just outside of Honesdale.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So go on up there and check it out and find out what it's all about. And by all means, especially if you have kids, go down to the Motorama event at the Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg on February 19th and 20th, and make sure you look up Sonny, because I'm sure there will be a crowd around this trike.
Is, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for coming in today, and we'll be talking to you more.
Thank you, Michael.
Absolutely.
All
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I would. It's one of those things I would almost like to say, hey, I'd like to take a ride in that thing, but no, I'll just watch you.
We can put you on the back wing, right by the parachute.
Thank you for joining us here on Wayne Pike News Radio. I'm Michael G. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex for Motorama 2011.